Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Inside IUE Sports. And here with me for the second part of the show, I've got two members of the IUE's track team here with me today. I've got Kyler Schultz and Kalia Loudon. How are you both doing today?
Good. Fantastic. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. I'm great.
Good? Ready to go?
Yep.
Ready to go.
We'll get into it just kind of plain and simple. Where did you guys go for high school, and was high school where you got interested in track, or was it more middle school, or was it a late bloom type of thing?
So I went to high school at Union County. I first got into track when I was actually in elementary school because one day my sister came home and she was like, I'm doing track, and I had to follow her footsteps. So I started doing hurdles when I was in 5th grade, just practicing, and I started competing in 6th grade, and I've just done hurdles ever since. High school was pretty good for me when it came to track. I did not have a coach throughout high school because our coach left, so it was kind of teaching myself throughout high school, which was really hard, and then adjusting when you get to college. But I really fell in love with track when I was in middle school because I had such a great coach that made me fall in love with the sport.
Kyler, what about you?
So I went to Hagerstown, and what really got me into track was actually also my sister, kind of, but at the same time was like football, because you do football and everybody expects you to, like, as a lineman, you're like, okay, he's gonna throw, he's gonna lift weights, and he's gonna do the heavy stuff. But I really started to fall in love with it kind of like during COVID.
Okay.
Because it was kind of like the one thing I could just go out there and do and just be like outside instead of just cooped up in the house, you know. But my experience, there was always like older people that were really like a lot better than me. So that was what I was like chasing after. It was kind of like motivation for me to just like keep doing it and keep getting better. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was.
What other sports did you do in high school, and how was high school for you? Did you enjoy high school? And just kind of talk about that whole experience, because high school does kind of shape who you are coming into college, but obviously you changed throughout the 4 years at college. So how was your high school experience? Was there any extra sports that you played, and why was track ultimately the choice?
So in high school, I played basketball. I did cheerleading and competitive cheerleading, and then track, of course. Overall, I picked track just because it was the best. I won conference 3 years in a row when it came to hurdles, and it was just something that it's an individual sport, but a team sport. So you can shine by yourself, but you can also shine as a team. So if you do bad alone, then you can make that up in like a relay or something, and that team atmosphere is great, but you also always have support from your teammates that are cheering you on. High school was great for me. I was always outgoing. I was always involved. So I was on homecoming court and things like student council. So it was great interacting with people, and I'm a very people person. I like to talk. I like to meet new people. And overall, I just enjoyed high school because that's where my friends are made, my lifelong friends. And then I got to do what I love every day between each sports. I never had an off season, so I went straight from cheer, straight to basketball, straight to track. So I was always go, go, go. But I was always involved, and I think that was the best part of high school, is being able to experience those and create memories with people I will remember forever. So I miss high school, but college is great, so yeah.
I did football for 4 years, well, more than that, but in high school I did cheerleading as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a little, we called it Stunt Squad, and it was just basically just a bunch of football guys who'd go in there and just lift them and run the student section for basketball games. High school was fun. Yeah, it was busy, like she said, being a 3-sport athlete, going from football to cheerleading to winter conditioning to track and all that stuff. But I really enjoyed my time in high school. I had a lot of friends, and it was just fun doing all the sports with them together. Like from like first grade all the way up, like youth sports and all that. So it was pretty cool.
What you said? So you did play football, correct? Mm-hmm. Why track over football and cheer and everything else?
So I went on a couple visits for football at a couple different colleges, and I just didn't like the atmosphere that was like introduced to me there, like certain like locker room aspects that just wasn't for me. and so I just decided come do track somewhere close to home.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. So why, there was probably other visits that you had college-wise for track. What was ultimately the decision to come to IU East, and why was that the pick for both of you?
Oh gosh, I went on so many visits. It was hard being able to pick between the schools until I went on a visit at IU East, and I came by myself. I didn't come with my parents, so I was scared, but the coach made me feel at home that I went on my recruit tour with.
Who was the coach?
JW.
Okay.
But he left as soon as the school year started last year until we got our new coach, and then now we have a different coach. But yeah, I went on my recruit and I fell in love with it because although it's small, no matter what, you're going to get to run. So if I were to commit somewhere like Ball State, it was iffy if I was even going to be able to run freshman year, just because there's so many other athletes that are better than me, and I'd have to work towards that spot. When at IU East, I can work towards that goal and still compete at the same time. And then the atmosphere for just like the classroom, the one-on-one help, if I ever need anything, we have so many different resources. And then it's a plus that I'm close to home, so if anything happens, I can drive home. But I get the independent feeling, the big college feel at a small college, because you can live on campus, you can still compete at the higher level, because we competed at almost all D1 meets last year. That really pushed us and strive us to be better in that aspect. So I think IU East was home for me, and I didn't get that feel at any other college, especially because I didn't want to stay in a dorm. So
I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
It's a lot of the same stuff for me. Like, I didn't go on many visits because kind of like my not ultimate goal, but like I was only like focused on just coming here. Like I wanted to stay close to home and just do track if that was possible, and if not, then I'd just be doing school. But what was the second part of the question?
Just
I'm sorry.
the visit. Just kind of, what stood out to you about the visit? Why over other schools, basically?
Like she was going on about the just the atmosphere, because it's like you get that one-on-one help, because there's so many like teachers here who like value like your education and that want you to get a good education and stuff like that. So just I kind of compare it to like it's just kind of like a high school college, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because in high school you get the help that you need to succeed, and that's the same thing you get here.
No, I get it. I do get that comparison from the high school that I went to here. They're both very like, they can check, and if they feel like they need to help you, they can set up a meeting, stuff like that. And I think that is what's the best thing about IU East being on the smaller sides of things when it comes to just academic help and stuff like that. Speaking of academics, what are both of your guys' majors?
So I'm a human life science major with a minor in coaching.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I'm a business admin major with sports management and marketing.
Gotcha. So what's the goal, outside of college? Maybe you want to continue track outside of college, but if not, what is the plan to do with, the major or minor that you guys are trying to work towards once you graduate from IU East?
So right now, I actually coach high school athletes, which is what I want to do after college. So
Where do
running.
you coach right now?
I coach at Centerville. I coach hurdles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So outside of college, I want to continue coaching, maybe at a higher level. We'll see. If not, but I definitely want to get into athletic training. That's my ultimate goal, is just to go into athletic training and get my feel, like if I want to do it. If not, I'm doing an internship this summer. If not, maybe I'll go to med school. We'll see. It's all up in the air. I haven't made my decision yet, but I think I want to deal with athletes lifelong, so that's just something I'm passionate about.
What about you, Kyler?
Yeah, obviously it'd be awesome to continue like track after college, but if that doesn't work out, I think something like what she said, like I've always loved sports, been around it, and so I think if I could just do anything to keep me in sports, like coaching or like helping out, just like, I don't know, something like that. I haven't figured it out yet. But
No, I get it. I'm interested about the coaching part, and just because everyone's kind of got that goal. Like I've thought about coaching, and I'm like, okay, college, maybe not a big college, but kind of like this atmosphere. Is that the goal when you think about it, like when you really sit down and think, like, is it the high school level? Is that the sweet spot, or is it higher up, or as high as you can get?
I think as an athlete in high school, not having a coach, it really pushed me to be able to help those athletes grow. And, I travel really far to go coach athletes. I do a lot of one-on-one help just because I did not have that experience. So coaching the high school level was huge to me because I did not get that help, and I want to be able to provide that for those athletes. And hurdles is hard to coach. It's hard to find a coach. So it's like, if I can just start at the high school level and stay at the high school level to help those kids for now, and then dream big, if I go up to the college level, then so be it. But right now, high school is where my heart is, and I'll continue coaching athletes. I live in Indiana, but I travel to Ohio to coach. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it, and it's just something I love. And maybe I'll learn more than just hurdles to coach other athletes. Hurdles and sprints is my main area, but I want to help any athlete I can. So.
Gotcha. Kyler, when you think about that coaching, that coaching idea in the future, is it the high school level? Is it the college level? Maybe even the middle school level? What do you see, kind of, basically?
Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be mad if I started off at high school, but I think not that there isn't like people that don't necessarily like just do sports just to do them, like, because when you get to college, you kind of find like athletes who love what they do and like are passionate about that, and so that's kind of like what I'd want to coach. So probably like starting out at high school and then moving up to college.
I gotcha. And then last but not least, looking on the upcoming season, what are your guys' personal goals for this year, and also the meet you're looking forward to the most?
Okay, so the meet I'm looking forward to the most this year is indoor conference.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I love the thrill, the adrenaline rush of being indoors at conference. It's small, but there's so many people there, and
the
energy. It's always up in the air. It's always pushing you. My goal this year is it's always me versus me. I'm competing against myself. I want to do better than who I was last race, last meet, last year. Like, it's always me versus me. So each meet I want to progress. I want to make progress in my times. My ultimate goal is to kind of be back where I was in high school, because last year I kind of like fell off because I had a lot of different health issues. But this year I just want to get back on track. I want to be stronger. I want to be a better athlete. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. So if I can continue doing better, my love is just going to grow and grow more for this sport. So ultimately, I just want to be better each race.
Gotcha. Kyler, to end us off, what you got for us?
I mean, the ultimate goal would be, like, especially since going into my third year here, nationals for sure. Like, I want to just compete indoor and outdoor, but kind of like what she said, just getting better day by day, and just like, even if it's just by an inch, just keep getting better. The meet that I'm looking forward to the most. It'd probably have to be outdoor conference, or maybe that first meet.
That first meet?
I'll say that first meet.
All right.
Yeah, because
when's that first meet?
December 8th.
December 8th?
Yep.
All right. I do wish you guys luck. That is going to do it for us. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys did enjoy the interview there.
Yeah.
I know you said you did some interviews in high school, so you got to get interviewed. Got to see the different side of it. Make sure you guys do go check out the track team this year for their indoor and outdoor season. That's going to do it for another episode of Inside IUE Sports. We'll see you next time.